Hey everyone, and welcome. We're about to dig into some truly unbelievable facts about earthquakes that are, well, guaranteed to shake up everything you thought you knew. Let's get right into it. Just think about that for a second. What if the ground we walk on, the ground we build our entire lives on, is less like solid rock and more like a giant, wobbly jigsaw puzzle that's just constantly on the move? Because, it kind of is. So get ready to have your mind blown. We are counting down the 5 absolute wildest facts that will completely change how you see our amazing and, yeah, kind of wobbly planet.
Kicking things off at number 5, we've got a superpower that might just be hiding in your living room right now.
That's right, your dog isn't just barking at nothing. He might actually be sensing an earthquake before you can. For centuries, people have told stories about animals acting super weird right before a tremor hits. So, what's their secret? Well, scientists have a few ideas. One theory is that animals are sensitive enough to feel the tiny early tremors, called P waves, that we humans don't even notice. Or they might be sensing weird electrical signals given off by rocks grinding together deep in the earth. The U.S. Geological Survey even says animals could get up to a 90-second head start on us. Okay, not enough time to pack your bags, but definitely enough to dive under the nearest table. All right, for our next fact, we are leaving the planet entirely. Because who says Earth gets to have all the fun? Yup, you heard me. Our planet does not have a monopoly on quakes. Turns out, we've got some cosmic cousins out there getting their own shakeup. So what's shaking out there in the universe? Well, for starters, the moon has moonquakes. They're a lot weaker than ours, and get this, they can be caused by meteorites hitting the surface or even by the tidal pull from our very own planet. But it's not just rocky worlds. Right here on Earth, in places like Antarctica, you can get icequakes or cryoseisms, which are tremors happening inside giant glaciers. How cool is that? Okay, let's rocket back to Earth for number 3. We all know earthquakes can topple buildings, but can they move an entire city? I'm not making this up. This isn't from a movie. It really actually happened. One single earthquake packed such a powerful punch that it just picked up a whole city and shifted it over. 10 feet. That's how far it moved. Back in 2010, a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake hit Chile, and it was so incredibly forceful that it slid the whole city of Concepcion 10 feet to the west. Can you imagine trying to get directions after that? Your GPS would have a total meltdown. Coming in hot at number 2 is a fact that sounds like it was pulled straight out of a myth. I'm talking about an earthquake with the golden touch.
Okay, I know, that sounds completely insane, but believe it or not, the science is real. Under the perfect, and I mean perfect, set of circumstances, the crazy forces in an earthquake can literally create gold.
So, how on earth does this happen? Well, think of it like a pressure cooker from deep within the planet. First, you have water that's full of minerals, including tiny little particles of gold, all trapped in a fault line. Then, bam, an earthquake hits. The fault cracks open, the pressure drops in an instant, and poof! The superheated water flashes into vapor, leaving behind, you guessed it, veins of pure gold. It is nature's ultimate get-rich-quick scheme. And here we are, the number 1 most mind-blowing, absolutely wild fact about earthquakes. You are not going to believe this one. Okay, take a deep breath. We've talked about an earthquake that can move a city. We've talked about one that can create gold. But this next one was so ridiculously powerful, its impact was felt by every single one of us because it literally changed the length of our day. Remember that massive 2010 earthquake in Chile, the one that moved a city? Well, it also caused the entire Earth to spin just a tiny, tiny bit faster. It actually shortened our day by 1.26 microseconds. Now, a microsecond is just 1/1,000,000th of a second, so don't worry, you're not going to be late for anything. But that's not the point. The point is that a single event on our planet's surface was powerful enough to change the speed of our entire world's rotation. That is just staggering. So there you have it. From pets who can predict the future, to quakes on the moon, to moving entire cities and creating gold, it's pretty clear that the ground beneath our feet is so much more than just solid rock. It's a living, breathing, time-altering machine. Okay, I have to know, which one of these facts completely blew your mind? Was it the gold? The time-traveling earthquake? Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments below. And hey, if you had fun with this explainer, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for even more mind-blowing facts. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay curious.